It is the White Ranger here, Clayton. Today, I decided because I had missed you guys for so long, and we're going to be doing a little bit of longer stream tonight. We'll start us off with some Kingdom Hearts. Now, if I remember correctly, we had started off fresh, brand new file for just us to play through. So that's going to be fun. Getting everything kicked off. So I'm just getting my ducks in a row because I had some tech issues. I just started about a half hour ago. I had some crazy weird tech issues with my HDMI cable for some reason my TV not recognizing that it was plugged in. Then I unplugged the entire thing, switched around which end was plugged into the TV and which one was plugged into like all my equipment, and it fixed it. I don't know why. That's what fixed it. It's the dumbest thing because it's the same cord. It's just the different end is now in the TV and the other end is, the dumbest thing. Gotta get my bearing. Alright, getting my bearings back. Making sure we're all live and such. Let's hit. Alright, X. Jump. There we go. You can't tell it's been a hot second since I have played this freaking game. Which, admittedly, is my own damn fault. Commands for everyone so they can see all the things they have options to do in this game for while we do our stuff. Wait. Then return to speak. Okay. Oh, that's right. Last time we did, because you could leave, go back, and continue to fight Cypher, and we were whipping his ass a few times. Now I remember. And once again, the stream on the webpage while I'm watching the chat auto unmutes, so you were hearing me twice over, which I didn't mean for that to happen, but get wrecked, son! We'll bring it. Let's see what you got, son. Kabla! Kicked your ass, son. Let's see. No, I don't want abilities. I want status. That's what I want. Next level. It's 61. Ooh. One more. Won't be a level 4. I do want us to level up one more time. So we're going to leave. Come back. Kick his ass again. And that should give us a level up. Which is going to be nice. Want the level ups. Want those level ups. I do like that you could technically grind here for a good little while, if you so chose, to get yourself higher in the game. You ain't gonna get that attack on me again. How did I miss my aerial attack? Holy crap. Oh, next level 48. Okay, I see what he was saying. Not you got 61 experience points, which would have been nicer to see. We'll whip on him a little bit so he can see what to expect when he comes to face us in that tournament. How did I miss? I sucked that one. 13p, that was garbage. We can do better than that. That was me effing up. So, Rangers, how's your guys' week been? Mine's been pretty sweet. On-the-job training's been great. Feeling pretty good about this new job. How do I keep missing that aerial attack? Have you guys been up to anything fun? Doing anything cool? To my fellow streamers, have you been playing anything super interesting? Do you guys have any suggestions of games you'd like to see in the future of the stream? I somehow keep missing that. Bam. Kablah. Okay, so one more fight and that should put us up one more level. Then we'll take on, I believe, Hayner in the first round. Then it goes us versus Hayner, then us versus VV, then we kick Cypher's ass, and then what's his face from 6. For all my FF6 fans, is that character like that in the game that he's from, or is this like some weird character trait they gave him that's like completely out of sync with who he is? Ooh, defense increase. Rockin'. Alright. I think I am out of sync with my audio and the visuals, which does kind of suck. And like I said, I have zero idea how to actually fix that phenomenon. So please bear with me as I play this game. You might hear me reacting to crap. Um, a lot of times I've found that it's either the internet, which I doubt because all my internet stuff's running like smoothly, and sometimes I hear, oh, it's because of Twitch, because I'll have days where I'm not like this. Don't hold back. Oh, shut up, Hainer. I'm gonna kick your ass for being a little whiny boy. It's like, yeah, they're like 15, but 15-year-olds I knew back when I was 15, I wanted to smack, and I know I was like that, so I know all people probably also wanted to smack the shit out of me. So there's that. Look who's talking, jackass. Hater has an interesting sword stance. I've never seen that style stance before. I bet it's based on something, but I have no freaking clue. Collect all the stuff. Bam! That was fun. What's funny is when you come back and do this as Sora, and if you've leveled up high enough, you can, within seconds, whip all of their butts and because you'll just whip the crap out of them really quick and just absorb all of the orbs. So you have all of them, and they have 0, which automatically knocks them out of the running. If you collect them all, they auto lose. Which is kind of awesome. Oh no, it's us versus Hanner, Vivi, and then Steiner. You fight Cypher with Sora. And honestly, I don't like Cypher as a character. I didn't like him in 8. Thought he was so pretentious and stupid and a whiny little bitch. And I always rooted for Vivi, but then again, Vivi was one of my 2 favorite characters out of 9. oh, the black mage used his magic powers and knocked out the loser head of the uh, Balaam security team. Quotey fingers, biggest bunny ears on the planet. I do apologize if you hear me blowing my nose. Had a little sneeze attack, and I was just trying to keep that from just running down my face. Okay, the one thing they don't say here, that they said Hayner was automatically put in 4th place. It's like, why was he auto 4th? Cypher also lost. Are they implying Cypher had more orbs, and that put him slightly above Hayner? Were they playing favorites and saying, oh, he got 3rd automatically because even though Vivi beat him, they're like, he should be able to get stay in the running for a place. Kerbla! Righteous. You think you're tough just because you won? Yeah. I kicked your ass. You keep saying you won't hold back, but I keep beating you, so I'm thinking you're trying to salve the tiniest ego on the universe. Well, in this universe. And he's like that in 8, too, so... His big old whiny baby. Well, technically this has only been, a few minutes? That's not really waiting all that much. Damn it. God damn it. Yeah, I should have gone to level 5 and a little quicker on my feet. I love how he felt the shift in the Matrix. Like that. You see that little shift thing. But he notices everyone has completely stopped moving, even the wind and all that stuff, but hasn't paid attention that Vivi hadn't stopped moving. And was still hat billowing with the wind, was actually still breathing. You could see him still functioning. Whew. I made quick work of them. I do like that if you do reversal with those guys, it freaks all of them out at once. It's not just the one. It freaks them all out. That is the weirdest fitting coat I've seen, and it's with all of them. It's actual fitting and flowy, and not as it's semi form fitting up top, but it's like super form fitting in the arms.
Wait a sec. Tell me what's going on. This town is his creation, right? Which means we don't have time for a Q&A. Coming with me. Conscious or not. Then you'll hear the story.
Oh, you think so, Axel? So shift in the matrix again.
What's going on? Number 13. Roxas. The Keyblade's chosen.
You know, when I first played this game, way back on the PS2 when it came out, I called immediately that he was that he was the nobody of Sora. I mean, for God's sakes, all they did was take Sora and add an X into it. And they did that with every character in the organization's name. Like Axel here, his name is Lee. Ooh, we got scan. Hell yeah. That was a level up and we get scan. That's an ability we really need. I always love having scan.
So it was here.
Oh. Christopher Lee.
Don't let him deceive you.
Oh, Vivi. I do like the voice they gave Vivi in here. I was like, I think it's fitting for our little black mage. Oh, Setzer, not Steiner. I'm thinking, the Knight from 9. Setzer's personality. Again, any FF6 fans, if you could let me know if he is like this in that game, that'd be appreciated. I haven't played 6. Everyone tells me to. I mean to. I never do. However, it's his personality, his kind of foppishness, like faux, like fake machismo, very Mr. Satan in the hey, throw the fight for me and I'll give you some stuff. Ooh, while I'm thinking about it, we have a new ability. Oh, we need one more AP. Do I have items? Damn it! I need one more AP to to get it. Crap. Let's fight with this a-hole again. Kerblah! I do appreciate for him they kept all three of their personalities. They're exactly like they should be an 8, even though he should be older because Squall exists in this universe. And Squall and him are in the same they're the same age. They were in the same class. So I know that Cypher here should not be this young. That's the one that's more out of everything, honestly, that was probably my biggest bitch about this game was that how old he made the trio here. It's like but it's like they kept the personality. That's his fighting style. How he held his Glock blade, and how he fights. It's exactly like that. He doesn't fly, but his limit break is actually, in my opinion, similar. From what I remember, it's stylish like that. Kabla. Let's see. I don't know if we will get another AP if we beat him again. I think it'd be nice. I mean, next level's in 45. If we're getting 13 XP off him, that's what I need. A few more fights. That's what. 32, 21. 32, 21. Like 4, I think, at the most, if I'm doing the math right. Just get us one more level. See if we get an XP, because I like scan to be able to use it, because we don't have the anything that we can add AP. Yep. Okay. So, yep. I was right. We're getting 13 off him, so that dropped from 45, put us to 32. So after that is 32, 21. Which would give us 11, 9. After 21 is 8. Yeah, so like this, it'll be this fight and then one more after that. Oh, I went from 32 to 19, so I am off in math. So after this will be 6. So it'll be this next fight we do, and then the following fight after that. So 2 more fights, because this next fight will push us down to 6, and then that fight after that. If it doesn't give us AP, we're not going to sit here and grind until we get an extra AP. We'll just move on. I'm kind of pissed that they took tech points out of here. Blah, 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 blah. Tech points were always a great way to boost up XP learn, because it's like, say, like when in the first game when you're on the island and you're doing the tutorial fights with Titus, Waka, and Selfie. If you master your blocking, you can, when you block, like when Waka throws the ball at you, you can tech point you when you block it at just the right moment when it gives you a tech point. Or if you, it's not block it, if you swing as an attack and hit his and back at him, that's a tech point. That's like 2 to 3 AP experience points on top. And if you do that a few times, good number. If you do that, that's how you get XP in that area. So you can grind in there if you felt like it. And then if you time your attacks right, you can tech point off a Titus by knocking his sword back. Selfie, if you time it right and you hit her jump rope whip at the right moments. Ooh, we did get an AP. Awesome. And increased defense. Good. Back to abilities. And scan. That's what I was looking for. Now we can fight Setzer and see his health. But first we're going to save, just in case. Alright. It's time to fight another Final Fantasy. The only thing I didn't like about Birth by Sleep, I know it's off topic, but it's one of those that just jumped in my head. Think as we got Final Fantasy characters here. That the only FF character in that game was Zack from 7. Now, don't get me wrong, Zack is a great character. But I was like, why can't we have some more characters? Like, because of how far up in the past it was. Zack's a kid, which means so would Cloud would also be a kid, because him and Zack are the same age, and they kind of established that in 7. Well, if not the same age, they're roughly within like a few years of each other. That means Aerith, Tifa, Squall would be the. Sid would probably be, because he'd probably be like early college.
There's only room for one here. So, may the best man win. Hey, Roxette. How about you have a match for me?
F you, Mr. Satan.
Let me win. I'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, he'll make it worth your while. Yeah, that's exactly what Mr. Satan says to the Z Warriors every time the world tournament comes up and they're all in it. Like, like remember the first time that happened, and they had an 18 went to the finals after everyone left when those two guys stole Gohan's energy. Thoroughly whooped his ass and said, "I'll let you win if you pay me double the prize money." You're too focused on attacking me, jackass. You're not gathering all the things. It's like I'm hardly scared of a guy who is this far behind me in points. And I can't believe I let myself get hit. That was bad form on my part. And if Setzer here is nothing like that in his game of origin, I feel like that's a very poor use of a character. And as you see when he's walking off, that's a very poor use of. That's a horrible send off. It's like, if he's an awesome guy, that makes him seem like, wow, why would I play the game he's from? Because he seems like a dick. Again, please, FF fans, let me know. Tell me, am I wrong? Is he actually cool? Is he actually nothing like the character he's portrayed as here? You know, the gems on here, just happened to be 4 of them. He ripped them off, like completely broke this trophy to give them all a piece. If I understand also how this tournament functions, it's the same trophy every year. You have to give it, like it's like the Stanley Cup. You actually have to technically return it at the beginning of each new tournament, and the winner gets to keep it until the next tournament. So he just vandalized that trophy and would have essentially forced the tournament runners to make a new one. That's kind of a dickish move. Oh, selfie. I love that she has a Moogle on her bag. It's like, can you tell she's an FF character? I mean, this is another character that I do. Again, okay, I did say I had a problem with it being Cypher. Kind of also have a problem with it with Selfie. So, all my FF8 characters here are like weirdly spaced apart in age range. It's like, again, Selfie, not only was she in Squall's squad, they were the same class. She's a transfer student. They're the same age. If you don't want to give anything away, but you learn stuff about them stuff happened to both of them around the same time when they were like little kids. It's like, come on, why? are these two characters are they so split in range? At least, and it's like every other Final Fantasy character, they're in the same age range. Like, technically, if you think about it, Cypher and his Goonies and her are the same. Would look like they're roughly the same age, or just about. Squall's the exception. It's like, why not just make all the FF characters the same age? Make them adults, for F's sake. Then, I mean, look at the other characters. All of every member of Avalanche that's in this game, same age. Tidus and Waka, the heroes of 10, they're the same age. It's like, seriously.
You don't remember my name? Thanks a lot, Kyrie. Okay, I guess I can give you a hint. It starts with an S.
Superman? That he said starts with this. I'm like, is he trying to go? I'm Superman. Is that his thing? Is he implying that she's Lois Lane? I do also like that in this game that you saw more of the village or town Riku, Kairi, and Sora were originally from, and which also kind of doesn't line up because every Final Fantasy character is supposed to be in canon from Holobastion, which means our three Final Fantasy protagonists in this that are on this island in this island town are transplants. Maybe thrown back in time and put on this planet? I don't know. And the island, you see, when you play the first game, you cannot see mainland from that island. It's ocean as far as the eye can see all around it. And they imply you have to take a rowboat out there. They take a rowboat out there from their home every night. Now, here, you can easily see it from town. I think that was a little retcon on on Square's part, kind of help people think it's like, okay, because they show Sora waking up at his home and seeing the storm and then going out to the island because he's worried about the boat they were making. I think that was their little retcon to say, oh yeah, they could totally go every night, go to their homes where their parents live, and back to the island every day as their hangout. Yeah, she was. She's a nobody. She's just Kyrie's nobody. Everyone knows that. That's the other thing. Well, I noticed Naminé has a name. That's actually a name. And if you have to kind of think about it hard to think about whose nobody she probably is. The thing that always got me is that means that the organization on purpose decided to give give all of their names an X somewhere in it. This is the stupidest thing. Alright. It's like this game series originally originated in the early 2000s, not the freaking 90s. That's something I would expect from like 1995 through 99. Well, no, 98. They stopped doing extreme in 99. Or at least that's how I remember it. All right, while this cutscene is going, I'm going to start myself a cup of coffee. I will be right back. And I'm back on the 5th day. I've stated it before. I will state it again. I love the architecture in this town. I wish my city had more crap like this. I wish the bigger city that's like 30 minutes from my house had architecture like this.
You win. Do the homework. Stupid independent study. So, anybody got any bright ideas for the topic?
I like how they say this is homework. I was a military brat, and I've been to all types of schools all over the country and in another country. Never, ever, ever was I ever given quoting fingers summer homework because I was going from grade to the next grade up. It's like, who would I be doing this homework for? Nobody. That's who. It's like, it's like this. Did you do the homework? What homework? We graduated from the last grade. We're going in this new grade. Who am I doing this homework for? Why would I be doing homework for a class and a grade I'm just stepping into? It's like this weird trope in Hollywood and games and media. It's like for when it comes to school, like middle school through high school, it's like these weird rules that don't really apply anywhere. And it's like and I'm betting there is an exception. I bet there is. It's like it was a thing somewhere at one time or for one school, and these writers went to one school, like a couple writers who made big hits movies. That happened to them. They put that in all their films, and since they were the big guys, everyone wanted a copy. Everyone used that trope. It's like, stop doing that. No one does that. The other weird thing when we go to the station and do the thing, the other weird thing I find is that they have that weird not tram, trolley car that goes in a straight line 20 feet forward, then backwards that same 20 feet. It's like, who put this there? What kind of idiot? Who was smoking some kind of like drug mixed with 20 other drugs and drunk off their ass decided to put a trolley car that literally goes in a straight line 20 feet one way or the other on one street. It's not like it goes from one edge in a straight line from one edge to like where the train station stairs are to all the way to where the hill is, or in some like weird, oh, it's gonna be curvy and do all that. No, it's a straight line, but it's in one section in like an alley type area going from one section to another. It's like, holy shit. Is who designed that and who was in the same room smoking and drinking the same crap said that. It's like, you're effing genius. Stamp approval. All right, let's go. Let's go some exploring in this other town. Part of the town, I should say. Let's go talk to Vivi. How's he doing? Find him at a sandlot. It's like, Vivi's saying, oh, I want to be strong like Cypher one day. You whipped his ass. You are strong like Cypher. You are stronger, as I would rightly say. Ooh, we can find him here too. Awesome. Let's fight him again. Bring it on, loser. Kerbla. Whoa, next level 124. Holy crap. That's a major spike up in XP you need. Whoa. You start that fight and then Setzer bounces. It's like, oh shit. People are fighting. I can get my ass handed to me. I better bounce. Oh, there he is. It's through experience. You gotta keep getting stronger. Yeah, I know. I was hoping we'd actually get to fight him for realsies and get some XP off him. Because I've never actually sat and talked to him ever. And if I I should say, it is so unremarkable and dull that I do not remember. Pardon me. Sneezing. Don't know what it is. Ooh, it does have items. I hit pause so I can go get my. Oh, that's right. Equipped stuff to equip. Duh. It's locked in, won't move. Da da dum. Let's get a move on. The one thing that sucks to get the cool special ending is you have to beat Jiminy's Journal. That's the one thing in the original. In the remix, which was the special edition, special version Japan got, they added things like you have to not only beat Jiminy's Journal, you have to collect all this extra stuff, and you have to do like 3 other things. And it's like, and you have to beat like X number of bosses and Sephiroth, and it's like, oh shit! It's like they're really making it a struggle if you want the special ending in this version. The only way where it's just complete the game is you have to beat this on like the hardest difficulty level, which I find ridiculous. You know, they keep stealing stuff from this kid in this mansion world. It's kind of a dick move. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Dog Street is a reference to another Square Enix game. But the game that it's supposed to be a reference to eludes me at the moment. If any of you happen to know which one that is, please feel free to enlighten me.
He's like, every time I count, it's different, you know? So, he just counted wrong? Hey, no worries.
The map of the 7 wonders. Spooky steps. The friend from behind the wall, or beyond the wall, moans from the tunnel. The doppelganger. Animated bag. It's like here, as you, it's just a weird alley. It has like what, 20 feet to the end, and it's a straight line. There's no reason why that should be there. It's like, why is this little tram here? Is the dumbest thing on the planet. Are people that lazy in this town where they can't walk the distance from the stairs to the train station to where that thing ends up? Ooh. Now, I never actually paid attention to these bushes over here before. That's kind of cool, the purple checkers. That's pretty rad. Seriously, are people this freaking lazy that they can't walk from here all the way down there? What in the hell? Investigate the wall. Search the back wall. Repair. We are repairing the matrix. Okay, how that flies backwards. This kid should know he couldn't have thrown it like that. The ball flew out of nowhere and it totally startled me. Hey, I know. This explains one of those 7 wonders. How? You're now accusing your friend of creating a soup, a crap. I can't think of the word. A farce, a scam, a flim flam of a supernatural event. It's like you were really way too quick to try to get. It's like you can see. I think that shows a little bit, and they don't want to be doing this homework. And it's like how easily he jumped on the bandwagon of, oh, it must have totally been just a kid. You, Roxas, throwing shit down this way. I totally believe that. I don't. Let's just move on. Let's not think about what else that could have ever been. Now, this one, you could easily, I understand more of his skepticism on, oh, it was just a baby making noise in here. It's like, okay, so it could have been, oh, any number of people were walking in the tunnel or in the tunnel for repairing, and the echoes sounded more spooky than anything. I buy that as a plausible explanation for something. Whipping on evil VV clones. Let's get their asses out of here. And these tunnel systems, it's not like a sewer system. But I'm guessing it's a weird tunnel transit to get you between the places where the trains would take you. So it's like, okay, how this place is set up, they have walking tunnels that can get you to where you want to go faster, probably, than it would if you took the train and it doesn't cost you anything. Why did they need to make money like a couple days ago to go to the beach? Oh, that's right. They're going to the beach, not to the terrace. Okay. Ignore me. Mystery Force was VV practicing? Probably not. It's like, oh, it's VV practicing. I'm like, yeah, maybe it could have been him practicing, but probably not. It's like, yeah, these are. It's like an underground structure. How did you beat me outside, you two? Anyway, that gets you two places easier. It's like you can take a train here, which trains cost money, but you can now the beach one I understand. This one not so much because you can walk from the train station. There's a walking tunnel from the station to here. That entrance gets you into here. So again, why do I want? Would I pay money to take a train, which would probably take me longer to get here than if it would if I had just walked? Oh, I love shadow clones. Always fun. Especially in games like this, because the shadow clones are never like you. It's not like the game is like, oh, we studied how you actually play the game. We're gonna copy how you play and your style to make it real like it's a shadow of you. Come on, come on. Oof. Like that last part, that where I teched him in that storefront where I knocked him back, that tech point would have been like a little bit of gravy for our XP. They took him out. Redonkulous. And they could have easily just kept it in. No, it's not. It's like, dude, there's being skeptical, then there's just being lazy. Got ourselves a potion. Going to Sunset Hill is like very close to Silent Hill. I kind of like that this area. It's like here's a statue of the train station, but it's a working working clock too. So it's like that's kind of cool. A piece of art that has function. Oh, damn it. I messed up. Come on. This one I never got. It's like, okay, it's a moving bag. Did anyone before investigate if the bag was empty and it's moving on its own? They say there's dog in it. Okay. Here's a thought. How long has that dog been in that bag? And why is it not dead? Because it's called a seven wonder, which means people have been talking about this thing for, you would assume, for at least a little while. No one thought animal in the bag. I know it's a matrix simulation, but then again, whoever programmed this, moron. It's like, seriously? It's like, so we couldn't have all just met at Sunset Hill. We had to meet all the way back here. For real? It derailed in 1939, killing dozens of people. Did you get the number on that locomotive? Okay. Okay. Question for these four. Okay, they say they need jobs to get to the beach. So their parents are like me and my wife, and we're saying if you kids have to earn money if they want spending money. Fair enough. How did they go the whole summer and never once visiting the beach? And this area where they have at would be essentially easy access. Like parents not going, oh, day trip. I mean, when I lived in Michigan, um, we lived in a place. When you drive around on the interstate, you can, if you're close to the coastline, every rest area stop, if you can walk right behind it, and there's a beach. That's where a beach for part of the Great Lakes, and every rest stop's like that. And it has stuff. The state has stuff set up where you can grill and you can do all that stuff, tables. So when we like every other weekend during the summer, or hell during the spring or the fall, depending on how the weather was, my parents would take me and my sisters there. Hell, we had school field trips there. So I gotta figure. It's like, how did you guys never make it there? It's the dope ass Disney train. Ba ba ba.
Let's go. Right?
It's like, seriously. At this point, he's gotta be like, these three are fucking with me, right?
The rumors were bogus. The end.
Says who, dude? That shows how lazy they are and don't really want to do this homework. They're so willing to. They're like, oh, we're going to dismiss all the rumors and say they were bogus. The end. That's our summer. Paper done. It's like,
At that haunted mansion.
you could have easily just done that from your hangout. That's right. That's right. That is our paper. Oh, we went and investigated the quote, made up some other bullshit. Is what you're doing, and then just been on with it. You could have done that at the beginning of summer. Hell, you could have done that today instead of wasting money to take a train all the way out to that place. A spooky mansion. Honestly, I think this mansion is pretty dope looking. If I had the money, honestly, I would convince my wife that we needed our house to look like that.
Even Cypher's gang was gonna help. Cypher? Yeah, Hainer asked him to.
Why would Hayner do that? Hayner hates those guys.
So, what are we looking for? Well, they say there's a girl who appears at the second floor window.
Yeah, we just saw her. We both were looking at her. But you are clearly going to give me crap and say, no, she wasn't there. Destiny Island. Kyrie. And the bookcase we saw off in that corner, that's from Hollow Bastion.
And Axel's here too.
You are best friends.
Very funny.
Don't you want to know the truth about who you really are?
No one knows me better than me.
First,
That's what everyone says.
I don't get what's been happening lately.
you know these three, don't you?
Yeah. Sora, Donald, and Goofy. They're from the dreams.
About a year ago, some things happened.
Bad things.
Memories came together in Sora's heart. But now, I'm putting them all back exactly the way they were.
You know, I never fully finished Chain of Memories,
It took me a long time.
so I can't remember why Naminé was doing that.
All of you just wait together.
It's like, Naminé, why were you doing that if you were just going to pull this shit and just put it back together?
The
That and the trailer for the new one for 3. And they're alluding to that Sora's trying to bring Roxas back. It's like, why would he be doing that? I would understand if he was trying to somehow resurrect the person that he is a reincarnation of. Like Riku is the reincarnation of what's his name from Birth by Sleep. The guy, because the character looks exactly like Roxas, but I can't think of his name off the top of my head. But Sora is technically his reincarnation or soul bearer or whatever, because he those two met when Sora was a little kid, and he absorbed his soul or was reincarnated in some weird thing. Same thing with Roxas and the other guy that you can play as, and I can't think of his name. It's like, why is he trying to bring Roxas and not that guy? And besides, he does realize it's like he knows Roxas is his nobody, so he knows exactly how you would have to bring him back, which would mean make himself into a Heartless again, which is how Roxas came in the beginning in the first place. And again, why would he be doing that? Between this and every other thing I've watched online and read in the stories of the story as it is up to when 3 starts, it shows nothing in Sora's character or motivations that would lead him to want to do that. It's like Square Enix is like, oh, people kind of liked Roxas. We're gonna think of some convoluted bullshit to try to have him come back. It's like, why? No, it isn't. There was a chick there, and you're an asshole for not believing me. It's like, we're looking right at her, right there. You're telling me you don't see her? You are lying, dude. You are to my face, boldly lying, so we can go back to our hangout, write a 5-second paper, and then go on with our day. No, that's what you say it is. I saw the girl. It's like, no, I don't want to go find Hater. Why would I? Why would I want to do that? Okay, you guys. Okay, you keep. So you're in the same grade, going to the same school. If you're not in the exact same class every year, we're not going to be in the exact same schoolroom class next year. Don't say it. Don't say that. It's like, no. It's you only have 2 more vacation days together. We'll see each other on the weekends, and we'll see each other in school and after school. It's like saying we only have 2 days left together implies that somebody's gonna die. Hell, at the end of every day, we can always be here. You know, that's a clock tower. Those bells are massive, and they started ringing. Those kids should be deaf. Being that close to those bells without ear protection can royally screw you up.
Because he missed trip to preach. That's almost kind of you. No. What about you? Are the holes in your memory starting to fill in? Yes, the haze is clearer. The same thing is happening to everyone who had ties to Sora. Very soon, then, he'll be like a good friend who's gone away for a year.
Which is weird. The other thing I didn't also get was why, when ripping apart Sora's memory, ripping him out of everyone else's memory. I understand it ripping out messing him up by going through Castle Oblivion, but why would it also mess up every single person he's ever met?
Roxas isn't the only one who was never meant to exist. Take care of it, Johnson.
7%. Sweet. We're almost out of the prologue. By extension, this is literally the most belated title card I have ever seen. It's the late. It's like if you ever play a game and the title card is like, oh, that's a late title card, or you watch a review and they point out late title card. This, by far, latest.
That's not true. The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned
What I want to know also, why did they recast and redub Ansem to somebody else? I see why they did that with Squall and they gave him a different voice actor, and I do like Squall's voice actor in both these games, and I kind of like this one a little better than David Boreanaz in the first one.
Kingdom Hearts is light.
But Billy Zane was amazing in this in the first one as Ansem. Why they recast him, beyond me, and why they retroactively redubbed him for this game. Why? He was great.
Diary. Sora.
And I do like that they added in the CG cutscene movie in this part right here.
Remember what you said before?
It's like, wow, it has a dramatic
I'll come back to you. I promise.
shift in look.
I know you will. We've got to find Riku and King Mickey.
But, where do we start looking for that there door to the light? George, that's the king's seal.
Hey, have you seen King Mickey? Let's go.
I liked that part because that's where the first game ends, and I do like right here because this is where Chain of Memories begins. And I thought that was cool. It's like that's technically the if you hadn't played the Japanese final mix of Kingdom Hearts 1, that was the first time you were introduced to an organization member, which is kind of crap because if you played the final mix, apparently they introduced the final mix story arcs and all this stuff way early. Like you meet Axel in Kingdom Hearts 1. If you play the final mix, if you played the Japanese final mix back in the day. That personally irritated me when I first heard that. I was like, "Oh, you mean the game's a little longer, and they cut out what could be important story elements from the story overall?" Like when I play the next one, I'm gonna be kind of confused who these a-holes are. Oh, and I like how they added this part in. It's the if you played the American game and got the special ending, the secret trailer, which I loved playing just so I could replaying the ending just so I could rewatch it over and over again on my PlayStation. It's like, yeah, I had the internet and I could look it up that way, and I did if I didn't want to play my game. But seeing it again like this was kind of sweet little ad. It kind of showed that it wasn't just a trailer, that it showed that it was an actual important story element.
Why do you have the Keyblade? Shut up.
And it's like, after the second day, if you still hadn't gotten by now, it's like, this was there. Oh, if you hadn't if you were not paying attention to the story whatsoever or anything that's been going on, if you still don't get that Roxas is Sora, here's a very blatant, heavy-handed, here you go.
Man, I could not sleep last night. Guys?
Oh, and I just realized, without looking up, his name popped up. I was looking at the box at the characters. It's Terra, Aqua, and Ventus. And Sora is the reincarnation of Ventus. And by extent, so is Roxas. But Roxas, for some reason, looks like Ventus. So it's like, and Riku is the reincarnation of Terra, which I kind of like. It's because their names are Latin. They mean air, water, and land, or earth. So again, why would he be trying to bring back Roxas and not Ventus?
Look at what it's come to. I've been giving these icky orders to destroy it. To come back? We're best friends, right? Sure. I'm not getting turned into the dust, but... Wait a second. You remember now?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Great. But, you know, gotta make sure and all, so, what's our boss's name?
Our boss's name is Douchebag, right?
Can't believe this.
Wow. He performed harakiri on himself because I was kicking his ass. Or about to. And he was scared.
Roxas, for the mansion. The time has come.
The walrus said. Time has completely halted. I can see that. Let us get our asses out of here.
The Roxas that I know is long gone. Let's see how it is.
Got the money. Damn it. I messed up my timing. Come on. Damn it. There we go. It's like, suck it. Where's that other a-hole? I know is here. There were two of them. God, freaking damn it. It's like, what sucks is when they commit suicide, you don't get XP for any of the attack. The ultimate skeleton key. And before, it wasn't kind of clear, but when you see that sword in his hand, it's like, oh, he's not Ansem. That's Roxas. I was like, that's a heavy-handed giveaway. Didn't stand a chance. High potion. Boom. Got some potions. The Elven Bandana. Ability ring, AP up. Did it say we had any new abilities? No. Defense or resistance to fire, blizzard, thunder. I will go defense. If you hear my controller loudly clacking, I do apologize. It's because I have the mic set up so high. Well, not the... In relation to where I'm sitting, it's just the settings for it being able to pick up noise is really high.
Reminds me, huh? Why did the Keyblade choose me? I have to know. You can't turn on the organization.
I love how he asks, because essentially, as we've discussed before, Keyblades are essentially like the Green Lantern rings. Why did it choose me? Well, it didn't. You're a nobody of the person it did choose. So, there's that.
Organization 13. They're a bad group.
Bad or good? I don't know. They're incomplete people who wish to be whole. To that end, they're desperately searching for
Okay. Nominee, that's not even true. They are bad. And they're trying to take over the universe. That's a fact. They are all evil. Well, not all of them. Roxas and Axel, kind of the exception.
you are.
There's no knowledge that has the power to change your fate.
Even if it doesn't, I want to know. I have the right to know.
A nobody doesn't have a right to know. Nor does it even have the right to be.
But what is a nobody?
Actually, that's not even true. Again, a non-truth. Like, Namine, you're, for being, semi-good person, she's a really bad liar. Try to get the drop on me, literally, huh? Oh, I'm getting really tired of this bullshit auto lock on for. Oh, you took off the lock, but now it's for some reason auto locking to a thing you're not targeting. That's a feature in games I hate when you're how you target things is set up pretty and it's pretty established. You do certain things and it targets. The one thing that always irritates me when the game just ignores that. High potion. We should set up all of our. Okay, so it does have a bunch auto-loaded, sweet. I love how even in his Matrix world, he added this crap. He added this room where you get transported from the real world into the Matrix and the computer and all that stuff. Why would you do that? That's funny. And if you hadn't played Chain of Memories, all the characters that are unmasked here, you would have no idea who they are. Because they are revealed to you in Chain of Memories and you fight them. It's one of those. if you hadn't I kept up and with gaming and all that kind of stuff back in the day, especially when it came to Kingdom Hearts. And I heard that they were making a handheld version that was going to be a direct prequel to the second one that's going to be coming out within within half 6 months of the real game dropping. I was like, I gotta play that, so I did have I couldn't remember their names for the life of me, but it's like I knew that's who they were. I remember their organization, all that stuff. But if you didn't even know Chain of Memories existed and you just picked up this game and started playing after playing the first one, you'd be so lost.
If we can maintain the simulated calm until Namine finishes chaining together sword and cyber, what will happen to Roxas? He holds half of Soul's power within him. The ending until then, we need another personality to throw off his pursuit. Poor thing. It's the fate of a nobody.
And this just shows that he was an actual real person inside of the Matrix. And I never got why they say nobodies had half, or at least this nobody had half a source power. I was like, why is that a thing? I don't get it. And how did Sora's nobody disappear and get absorbed into Sora? Oh shit, son. Level ups. Oh god, fucking damn it. Boom. Level up. Got some money.
Simply amazing, Roxas. Axel, you really do remember me this time. I'm so flattered.
Axel, what's your goddamn problem? And they never. And I never. Because for the life of me, I may be missing it. And I love how he's able to summon Oathkeeper and Oblivion here. But why do the nobodies disappear the way they do after being? It's like everyone other ones like they kind of like fade into existence and like this like is that their death? Like him, he survives and is able to do other shit. Ooh, I love this part. I love doing these. They were my favorite part. Addition to this game, doing the being able to do the action commands like that, because to me it always added an extra little. Suck it. Bam! Matrix slow-mo! It's like I wish Sora could have summoned Oathkeeper in Oblivion at the beginning of this game. It's like, how come he doesn't get to keep? You don't get to keep any of the Keyblade styles from the first game. That's the one thing that kind of always bugged me. It's like, dude, why are we starting from scratch with Keyblades? Why do we have to get stuck with Kingdom Key? We had all the other ones. I didn't have Ultimate Weapon in the first game. I did not in the first one, but I had all the other ones. Like in the first game, if you had the remix of the first one, they added a whole bunch of extra. If you had to complete Jiminy's Journal, you had to beat Sephiroth and all the extra bosses that were added to the American version that the Japanese version didn't get until their final mix. It's like, are you effing kidding? It's like this part right here. Okay, they do show that Axel doesn't die here. It's like, but that is the death for nobody, for the organization members. Sometimes, but not every time. It's like, come on, people. Leads somewhere but the power of darkness present entry. Yeah, that's the entrance to not Castle Oblivion, to the Land of Nowhere, the place. You have to enter this Matrix piece, so you have a back door to that world halfway when you're getting closer to when you get to the 3/4 part of the game. And we're all in a weird Matrix stasis pods. It's like it's like the Matrix had been over for a while by this point. It's like they were really going to town with Matrix parody. And I do love that you can go into a first person. You could walk around and you could just get stuck, so you can actually look around in first person and see this stuff like up close. It's like and that's just crazy amount of detail. And then the HD version of it's still super awesome. I am Christopher Lee. You don't need to know why. It's like, you didn't think I'd be stupid enough to be in the same room with you, right? I like that. It's like, if you are finished, can we please speed this along?
I hate you so much.
You should share some of that hatred with Sora. Heart is nice, don't hurt.
No, my heart belongs to me.
Technically, you don't have a heart as a nobody. That's what they continue to say. Nobodies don't have hearts. I wonder why he. It's like, wow, he got the super huge one. He got the fancy luxury one. I do like that it's that the pods are like flowers and how they. Oh, and there it is, the super duper late title card. It's like I have never played a game that had a title card that was this late in the game. By now, if you as you if you keep track when we're saving the games, we are like 3 hours in, and now we get a title card. Oh shit, King Mickey as a badass. He's freaking Yoda in this game. The first time he showed up when I played this game, and he shows up and he's kicking all kinds of ass. This is after Star Wars Episode 2 came out, when you watched Count Dooku and Yoda have a lightsaber fight at the end of that movie. And then he shows up and he's doing Yoda lightsaber fighting moves. And I was like, oh shit. They have now just made Mickey Mouse Yoda. And now that's even funnier because back then Disney hadn't acquired the rights to Star Wars yet. Now that's even funnier. And it's like, wow, his Keyblade could be a freaking lightsaber, and the way he moves is like, yeah, he's a Jedi. I get it. He totally that tracks. Which is like, I'm stoked for 3. What kinds of stuff will we see? From the last preview they showed, we're gonna go to Toy Story World, which, I was like, I wouldn't have picked that one. I'd have gone to Incredibles as a world, maybe Monsters Inc. Not Toy Story. But I don't think it's stated what other worlds we go to. I think, again, a staple, get to go to the Coliseum, which is more Hercules, which is like, okay, cool, we get more tournaments. Hollow Bastion is probably a given because that's where all the Final Fantasy characters live. I do. Even all the trailers showed you can come back. We do come back to Twilight Town, so that's another given. It's like, oh, Jiminy.
What do you say we find out where we are?
It's like, Jiminy, are you writing this, or is that book magic and just auto? It's like a computer recording everything we're doing, like super magic. Abilities, Sora. Adding item boost, which is what we need. Journal. Characters, Sora. Donald. And I do love they put their first appearance for all the Disney characters and Final Fantasy characters. 2 weeks vacation, 1952. 1934 Donald Duck, which means his first appearance, the trio we know and love, of Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and their exploits didn't start officially happening until after 52. Kyrie. I love the only ones they don't put first appearances of are all the technical original characters for Kingdom Hearts, like Ansem and Riku and Kyrie, and all of them is like, because hopefully you played the first one and get that they came from character files. Other Pluto Selfie FF8. I do like that you get a character model you can look at. Now you can't do all kinds of crazy zoom ins or outs, but you can kind of get a good 360. So this is actually great for cosplayers if you're looking for, like, oh, I'm gonna do a costume. Boom, I want to do selfie from Kingdom Hearts. Gotcha, right there. I want to do Kyrie. Boom, gotcha covered. It's almost like they were anticipating that as a thing. It's like, we're gonna be looking to the cosplay community. We're gonna give them a hand, and it was the same thing with the first one. It's like, we're gonna give them a hand, be able to take a look at this costume in 360 style and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Mithril shard. I love you. If you try to go back in the building to get the boxes that are in there that we all know would be in there, it says, "Sora, I got stuff to do." Translation, dude, player, we got other shit to do than backtrack. I love how now we are taller than Goofy. Although what's weird is when you're looking at him and the way his mouth sits, his nose covers his pupils, so it looks like he has like a demon face. And if we're going by like Sora's actual human, right now he's about 15, 16. Let's say he's roughly my height at this point, like my stepson is. Let's go 5'7" through between 5'7" and 5'9". So as people, we understand now that's how big Donald Duck would actually be to us. He's the size of an actual duck. As- And that Goofy, he's only that tall because he's a dog that can walk on two legs.
I think I've been to this town.
This town.
Guess I must have imagined it.
And I'm once again noticing the audio that I am speaking right to you right now, and the video tracking seems to be a little off.
Nothing. Just wondering what was back here. Yeah, you know, this is our spot.
Oh, fuck you, Hainer.
New around here, right? I'm Pence.
Sup, Pence?
Nice to meet you. But we got stuff to do, so catch you later.
Christ.
My name's Alette. Hey,
Hainer needs a swift kick in the balls.
Penn's kind of the worst, huh?
Homework. What are your names? Oh, sorry. We're Sora.
You know,
Hey there.
I don't remember seeing a Moogle in this town, so the fact they're not freaking out over a talking duck and a dog that can talk and walk on two legs, it's like, that is weird.
Like, he had these big round ears.
And I love when he gets his new outfit. It updates here, so so in the journal you're no longer wearing Kingdom Hearts 1 clothes that have clearly shrunk on you. We're gonna backtrack a second. We're gonna take the long way to the place. I'm gonna see if we're gonna be missing any chests that we can easily pick up.
Hey, you. Where'd you come from? You here to pick a fight with us or something? Fight? We're not here to fight.
Cypher, you're back. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Time to teach you how to behave in my town. Bring it. Man, what a jerk. One moment. If you're gonna fight, why not make it a proper struggle? What? You see, Cypher, I'm a really big fan. What do you want? In other words, I want to see more of your super cool moves. You handled the tournament with a real style, and you absolutely dominated the title match.
Oh, that's right. In reality, he was the winner
The matches are far
because we weren't there to kick his ass.
And what's your name? Sora. Sora, if you want to fight a match, you just say the words.
Oh hell yeah, I'm down. Can I kick his ass right now? What do you mean you don't have a pulse memory? Right here. These guys. Can I... You're saying you're not going to allow me to whip on them? Ooh, there are chests that I could have missed until my second come around, which I'd rather get them now. Got ourselves a tent. AP boost, hell yes. Stock. I never use AP boost on Donald and Goofy until I absolutely have to. In all honesty, it's like their stuff comes at a nice natural progression, and it's fine. But with Sora, all the stuff he gets, his abilities, you really, really need like a crap ton of AP. So it's like, might as well just use all the boosts on Sora. And once you get to a point where it doesn't matter, and you now do need AP for Donald and Goofy, then use the Moogle shop, Moogle synth, I should say, to create some AP boosts for your dudes. We got some stuff. Let's hit the road. Seriously, it's like, dude, why can't we have any of the other types of keyblades? Max AP increase. Damn, that's a few level ups within a very short amount of time. That's pretty badass on our part. We're a little tired, okay? We needed a snack break. If you didn't realize Mickey was a badass, right there proved it. With the King's Key.
You gotta board the train and leave town. The train knows the way. Here. King's key.
The magic school.
The king? Was that really him? It could have been. Yep, I know it was.
Now we know there's all time.
You're right, everything is okay.
The king was locked in the realm of darkness, right? That's it. We just saw him. And if the king is here, that means Rick is here.
He's gotta be.
Well, I'm gonna go look for Riku. Then he and I can go back to the islands together. Harley's there waiting for us. What are you two gonna do? We're sore. Have to ask.
Oh, what's so funny?
Your face. What do you say, guys? Let's stick together for one more journey. To where again? We have to board the train. Oh, yeah. Come on.
Pouch full of money. And you have to collect all the Ansem reports. That's another thing you have to do. If you want 100% cool secret ending at the end of this that revealed the trailer for Birth by Sleep.
Hey, son. Nuggets, please.
It's the dope ass Disney train again.
I can't help feeling like we won't see this town again. You're thinking too much. Yeah, you're right.
Open all these boxes that are in this place. Potion. Tent. Mithril. Items. Alright. And with this save, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be calling it for this evening. Rangers, thank you so much for hanging out and being awesome. Join me next time. I do believe I will stream either tomorrow night or Sunday into Monday. I might do both. I don't know. I will see because of how weird my schedule is. This coming week will also be a weird schedule. I'll once again be streaming very late, starting very late, and probably only running a little shorter streams, maybe half hour to an hour, and after that, my schedule goes into what's going to be for the rest of my job time, and I'll probably set up a new stream start time, which will probably be a lot earlier than it used to be, so there will be that. But anyway, Rangers, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I do hope you have some fun. I do not know if we will play more Kingdom Hearts tonight, if we'll play a different game. Kind of flip-flopping on games today, but it'll be a good time. I can guarantee that. But anyway, let the power protect you, Rangers. I will catch you all next time.